Hi, my name's Sandy Golder and I am the founder of Thrive Tribe & Co. along with my beautiful business partner Steph Wicks. Before we start, I actually just want to congratulate you for taking the time out today to be on the webinar. I know that it can be crazy time at the zoo, and it certainly has been at my house this afternoon. So I really do appreciate you investing this time and really making your health and wellness a priority. So before we kick off, I want to ask you a few questions. Just going to share my screen with you guys. I'm going to kick off the presentation. All right, so I want you just to stop for a minute and really think about, what your life could be like if you could thrive and not just survive every day. So how would life look different for you? Would it be less stress, less tears, less frustration, less feeling helpless? What would there be more of? Would there be more energy? Would there be more fun or more laughter, more feeling in control of your own life? So I want you to have a think about what exactly does thriving look like for you. And whatever that looks like, it's actually going to start with you. So I want you to think about the concept of putting your own oxygen mask on first, because health and well-being, that's where it starts. Okay, because if we don't look after ourselves, then we can't take the best care of everybody else, right? So I'd love to introduce myself. As I said, my name is Sandy Golder. I'm a mum of two beautiful children. My oldest is Cooper, who's 9 going on 16. And there's little Emmy, who at that time was about 2, I think. So look, I have been working in the health and wellness industry and education industry for over 15 years. I have a Bachelor of Health Science and a Bachelor of Education. And I've been a business owner and entrepreneur for 6 years now. But that's not where it all started. It really all started here. So if I rewind 6 years ago, this was my reality. I had a really serious health scare and I was hospitalized for 3 days, and they literally couldn't work out what was wrong with me. They did every test under the sun. We had MRIs, we had CT scans, blood tests, lumbar punctures, and it come up with nothing. And they just said, okay, hope you don't get that again, and off you go. And I felt like a walking time bomb. So I don't know if anyone can relate to that, but I really did just feel like, I had to do something about my health, because I didn't want to end up in this situation again with 2 young kids. And look, I've tried lots of different ways of eating. I just went on this mission for health. And, I was lucky enough to find a system that worked really well for me. And, I love experimenting with food. I truly think food is medicine. And it just gave me a real passion for helping people live a healthier lifestyle. And, I'll explain a little bit where Thrive Tribe began, but I just wanted to introduce myself and give you a bit of background on me, because I just think we can all be the best versions of ourselves if we really look after ourselves and make us number one first. So, here we go. I want to let you in on a little secret. So, unfortunately, we have been led to believe that by sacrificing our own needs and health, that means that we are actually putting our family first. Where the truth bomb actually is, it's not true. By putting your health and needs last, you're giving your family a watered down, exhausted, drained version of you. Who could agree with that? Give me a little thumbs up in the chat bar. When they should be getting, and you should be getting, the 110%, awesome version of you that you and your family deserve. And look, I know how challenging days can be. In fact, over the past 2 weeks, we have had plenty of them. And it's not just normal to survive each day. So I want you to have this mindset that we were born to thrive, not only as individuals, but as families as a whole, right? That's how we're supposed to be. It's not supposed to be just skating through each day. So you might be on tonight thinking, is this for you? Okay, so this is for you if you feel like you're time poor, if you're feeling a bit hopeless, like you don't know where to start with improving your health or well-being, or maybe you do know where to start, but you just need the support in making that happen. Maybe you've lost all motivation to look after yourself. Maybe you're struggling to find the happy you. And even thinking, does that happy me even exist anymore? Are you not being the parent that you want to be or that you imagined that you'd be? Maybe you're exhausted and run down, or not enjoying life, or just surviving every day. So if you can relate, excuse me, to any of those, then you're in the right place today. So let me have a quick drink, guys. Sorry, I got itchy throat. So I want to explain a little bit about our vision for you guys. Oh, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. Okay, so our vision for you and what this is all about is to show you how you can take back your power and control over your own health, okay, over your well-being and over your life. We have simple, specific strategies and tools to use every single day to help you cope with the challenges you're facing, both personally and as a family. We want to have a community that supports you in being the best, healthiest, and happiest version of you, because healthy, happy parents create healthy, happy families. And we really want our members to start experiencing a life where happiness each day is normal and thriving is just the standard, right? That's just the norm. And look, I love to highlight too that, of course, we cannot take away your challenges. We would never presume to say, we're going to make your challenges easier. They will be there. But it's how we respond to them that's the key. We can teach you how to thrive despite your challenges and to become more resilient, how to feel, confident and powerful and in control of your own life, your own health, and your own happiness. Because sometimes I feel like we've given away that power and we assume that we can't have it anymore, when that is totally untrue. So I want to explain a bit about why this is important, and some of you may have seen this footage and some of you may have not. So this really all started with a Facebook Live I did in August of last year. I'd read an article about the fatality statistics that special needs parents experience, and it literally hurt. Like, it hurt my chest. And no one was talking about it. So I used my Facebook, just my personal page, as a platform to share these statistics with my friends and family. But little did I know it was going to go viral. So that video, as of last week, it's been shared about 3,500 times, and it's been viewed over 260,000 times. That wasn't being promoted or anything. It was just natural sharing. I received a ridiculous amount of private messages, friend requests, and literally cries of help from parents across the world who were telling me they're actually living these statistics, which is really scary. So I decided in that moment that this needed to change. And I don't know if you guys are into woo-woo, but I feel like everything in my life leading up to now has been preparing me for this. It's just something I feel like, I'm meant to do. So I'm going to share more about those statistics shortly in the specifics, but this needs to change, and it all starts with us. It starts with us showing the world that we matter and that our self-care, self-belief and well-being is important. Because if we're not here to look after our kids, who's going to do that? And that might sound harsh, but let's look at the reality of it. We are a vital resource in our community, and we need to start valuing ourselves by looking after our own health and well-being. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to teach you this? So we've designed a program around a holistic health model, which includes physical health, social health, mental health, spiritual health, and financial health. So today we're going to cover one area from each of those, and then we're going to go into a bit more depth with the other stuff later on. I'll teach you how you can take this further if you choose to. So I'm going to teach you as much as I can today, but we've only got limited time. And I know you guys have kids and stuff and that are on iPads, and they're doing their best to stay quiet so Mama can listen in. But look, I will teach you as much as I can in this time we've got together today. And then I promise I'll show you how you can learn more and continue this journey if you choose to. And stick around, because there's a really great special offer to say thank you for investing your time today. So make sure you stick around on the end of the call to hear it. All right, so let's go through what Thrive Tribe & Co is. So I've always got people saying, what is Thrive Tribe & Co? So Thrive Tribe & Co is a space for special needs parents and carers to look after their own health and well-being. So after the response to my Facebook Live, Steph and I realised there was really nothing out there for us mums or parents or carers specifically. No programs that suited our lifestyles, the restrictions we have with accessing health services and our particular needs. So we literally decided to create one. So Thrive Tribe & Co is a place where a brave face isn't necessary. It's a community who are focused on positive changes and strategies to help you move forward. So my personal mantra, and if you've been in our Thrive Tribe & Co Connect group, you'll know this, is it's okay to have a breakdown. I do have them quite often, right? But we just don't want to unpack and live there. So at this program is simple, and it's designed to have you taking daily steps to achieve a healthier and happier and more vibrant version of you. And it's all focused on the concept of self-care being essential. So our vision and mission is to change the culture of self-sacrifice being seen as a necessary part of of parenting children or adults with special needs. It doesn't need to be that way. We don't have to put our health last to give our kids everything that they need. In fact, we're actually doing them a disservice by not putting ourselves first and looking after ourselves. So remember, our family are getting that 50 to 60% cranky, exhausted version of us instead of the vibrant, happy, and 110% version that they and you deserve. And this needs to change now. That's what this is all about. So let's share a few stories, because our program hasn't even really started yet. And we're already seeing these amazing testimonials pop up into our Thrive Tribe & Co Connect page. So, and I love that the beauty of having this space is that it's dedicated to you, and that we can all be inspired by one another and know we're not alone, and get ideas on how we can enhance our own health and well-being. So I'm going to quickly take you through these three. These are three of my favorites. So we've got Amanda's one first. So, and it doesn't need to be complex. It can be super simple, right? So self-care this morning was simple. I made myself a beautiful breakfast and put my feet in the grass to eat it. Some of it before the kids called out. I'm tired and I knew I needed a few minutes before getting on with my day. So it can be just as simple as focusing on what you're nourishing your body with. Then there was Danielle. My husband and I love hiking. We haven't done a real hike in nearly 13 years. My eldest daughter with ASD and second with a VM in her leg, which makes walking activity very painful. This holiday up to Kosciuszko, we brought along my older niece to act as a babysitter for us. It's been an amazing day and just what we needed. We hiked out in the middle of nowhere to Glacier Blue Lake. I really must book these days in as a priority in the coming year. I'm not sure without the support from this site if I wouldn't have spoilt the day with guilt previously. Thanks, Thrive Tribe. I really, really love that one, Danielle. And then there's Hannah, lady after my own heart, who loves a PIMS. For me, Friday. Okay, fellow Thrivers, it's time to shift gears and share something you've done for yourself today. So basically, she had a PIMS at 3:30 in the afternoon on a Friday because everything was quiet and she felt like she deserved it. And I reckon that is fantastic, and that is generally my stance on a Friday afternoon too. But you can see how they're all different, but they're all making that time just have some downtime and feel like a regular human, right? Which I think is so important, and often we forget about because we get caught up in the busyness of life. So look, I would love to show you a little bit of this video. I don't know if everyone's seen it. There was little snippets of it on the Channel 7 news story. We've cut it down, so it's not the whole video. There is a couple minutes here for you guys, but I just wanted to really set the scene for you and explain why this is so important and necessary. So we're going to listen to this and then we'll do a little bit of a recap.
Special needs mums are 40% more likely to die of cancer. They're 150% more likely to die of cardiovascular disease. And they're 200% more likely to die of misadventure, which includes suicide, homicide, and accidents. And it literally breaks my heart. I could feel my heart hurting when I read it. And the reason for that is because I know so many parents who are going through this right now. And I wanted to get on here and raise awareness for it and explain to people why I share our story so publicly on Facebook and get on here and cry in front of Facebook world. Excuse me, let me get myself together. People aren't talking about this, and it needs to be talked about because there's not enough support for mums who are going through this stuff. And I know many in my close circle who don't have enough support, who struggle. And, you know, another alarming statistic too is that 80% of special needs marriages result in divorce. So a lot of these mums are doing it all by themselves. And I feel so totally blessed that I have, you know, an amazing husband that supports me and who's in it with me, and who, you know, like we're a team, but that's not often the case. And I have amazing parents who, like my dad, literally retired to help us with Imogen. So, like, I'm so completely blessed, but that is not the norm. And this combination of these stresses combined with the fact that most mums put themselves last breaks my heart. And this is what I feel is my absolute like mission in life, and why you hear me bang on about why it's so important for mums to look after themselves, because these statistics are real. This is what's going on. And what happens is when you have a child with special needs, your ability to get active is compromised. Your ability to feed yourself nutritious food is compromised. Your ability to have relationships or to you know, socialize with friends, which is a core need, like a vital need for human beings, is compromised. So how do we expect these mums to be able to survive? And it's literally toxic for our bodies, right? So we've got a combination of living unhealthy lifestyles with stress, and that's causing these massive lifestyle diseases to be a huge issue.
All right. I still get a bit choked up.
Special needs mums.
Actually, sorry. Move forward. Here we go. So let's just recap those statistics, right? So, and I apologise that these aren't across both parents, but the study was only on mothers, okay? So mothers of special needs children are 40% more likely to die of cancer, 150% more likely to die from cardiovascular disease, and 200% more likely to die from misadventure, which is homicide, suicide, or accidents. And it should not be this way. It absolutely should not. And it always just makes me think back to, you know, who is going to care for our kids if we become these statistics? So, and this is why we are doing what we're doing. So, are you just surviving? Do you feel like you're just making it through each day with your sanity? How often are you at breaking point? Like, when was the last time you felt truly happy, felt rested, felt in control? Like, do you feel like there's so much to do every day and not enough time? I often feel like that. Do you feel like everything you try is not enough? This isn't normal, and it's not the way life should be, even with parenting a child or children with special needs. So we are meant to thrive, and we can be solutions focused. We can be healthy. We can be happy, and we can feel supported. And so many of the posts I'm seeing in our group is like, they feel like it's a breath of fresh air because they finally got a space where they can feel heard and supported and understood. You know, we can be amazing role models for our kids and everyone who's around us, and we can really step into our personal power and take control over the path that our lives takes, rather than sort of being on a rapid ride and letting it take us. We can take back that control because we are meant to thrive and not just survive. So remember, this is how. So remember, I said I'll teach you as much as I can in the short time we've got together today, and then I promise I'll show you how you can take it further. But what we're going to go through today is we're going to do one area from each, one topic from each area of health. Okay, so we're going to look at how to construct a healthy meal in physical. We're going to look at how you can feel more connected in social. We're going to do a stress management activity. We're going to do a self-love task. And we're also going to talk about how we can build a bit of confidence with our financial health. And these are all intertwined, right? They're all linked together. So let's get straight into the first one. So now this might seem super simple, okay? But how I look at it, nutrition is it's all about education and knowing the right foods to have in the right amounts at the right time for your body. So, whilst recipes are great, they don't actually teach you why certain foods and ingredients are in there, what they do for your body, and how you can use food as medicine, right? So today I'd love to start with something super simple but ridiculously effective for improving your overall health and energy. And it's just how to create a healthy plate for every meal. So just have a look at the plate here. And I am not going to ask you to get out a set of scales. I'm not going to ask you to weigh everything. It's time consuming. We don't have time for that, right? But I am going to ask you to have a look at how you set up your plate. So the first thing we want to look at is vegetables. So we notoriously in Australia undereat vegetables and we overeat meat and carbs, right? So we need to start flipping that around. So half your plate should be of those non-starchy, vegetables. Okay, so it might be salads, it might be cooked coloured vegetables, anything that's not a non-starchy. That's not a starchy vegetable like, sweet potato or potato. Okay, so half your plate should be filled up with that. Okay, a quarter of your plate or a palm-sized piece should be your lean protein. Okay, so it doesn't need to be a certain type. It could be, it could be lean chicken, beef, lamb, could be fish, can be, tofu, whatever it is that, you want to eat and what your body feels like. A quarter of your plate should be your good carbs. So by good carbs, I'm talking low GI carbs, okay? So carbs that are going to give you sustained energy for longer. And they include things like brown and basmati rice, sweet potato, quinoa, stuff like that. And the other important part is your good fats. So good fats are excellent for your brain. Unfortunately, fat has gotten such a bad rep in nutrition. It's starting to come around now, but we need good fat. So if you cut out all fats, your body is going to hold on to your fat stores, okay? So it's important that you get good fats, such as coconut oil, olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, okay? And cut out any of your processed or saturated fats, okay? So we don't need those. But what we do need is we need a balance, and we need to get the ratios of these things right. Now, if you can set up your plate like this, you're going to have so many improvements, like in your energy and your overall health, just from this one thing. So if you take anything away from tonight, I know it sounds simple, but can you look at that plate and say every one of your plates that you eat across the day looks like that? Okay, so this is not about strict diets or restricting. It's about eating the right foods in the right amounts at the right time. So what you're going to see today is we have lots of different topics. So you're going to see these are like actual pages from our new Time to Thrive booklet, which I'll show you in a moment because I just picked them up today and they look amazing. So, for example, we've got drinking water, eat a rainbow, food prep, going green. And for each of these areas, you get a goal setting sheet, you get a resources page, which gives you tips and hints and lists and stuff that you can really use to help implement this health area of focus into your life in a really simple way. Okay, so for example, the food prep guide gives you education around how to structure your week using one of two strategies. So I know not everyone's the same with food prepping, and some people don't want to stick to a meal plan. So we do have like a weekly meal plan template, but we've also got a flexible cooking option. And we also have suggested shopping lists. So we're trying to make this as simple, as time efficient, and as easy as we possibly can for you. Okay, I'll just try and turn my video on and show you our book. There we are. So if you look up here, so we've got these beautiful books. We're so excited. We've got beautiful silver writing on the front. And what you'll see, you've got your welcome page from us. And then there's all different topics, okay? And you can actually write in it. And they're so beautiful. Can't wait to start sending these out, guys. So there's 27 different topics in that book. And each one goes for a fortnight. So we've got 12 months worth of stuff to help you with taking daily targeted action towards your health, okay? We also have an exercise guide, okay? So the exercise guide has basic challenges in there that you're able to choose from. And I think it's really important to choose because, you know, some weeks your body might need stretching, and other weeks your body might need more hardcore stuff, you know. And I know what my body needs week to week is different. So there's heaps of different options in here. You've got like ab challenges, booty challenges, yoga. There's all different stuff, and there's walking. So it really just depends on what your body requires. And remember, we want to make this as easy for you to do as possible. So everything that's in there can be done at home if you need to, because I know that sometimes it's impossible for me to get to the gym, one, because of time, and two, because I can't take Imogen to the creche, right? So we've designed them so they can be done at home and in a very limited amount of time. Even our full-on workouts that we've had designed for our challenges by Bree from In Pursuit in Penrith, they're only half an hour. You can smash them out. And I actually found that Imi joined in with me, which was really cute. So I know that sometimes finding that time for exercise may seem daunting, but it's so important for your overall health and for your mental health as well. It's really important that you do invest that time, even if it's only 10 or 15 minutes for you, okay? All right. Let's go on to social health, okay? So, look, I think it's so important to have a community around you and having meaningful relationships and connections is a core human need. I want to say that again. So having meaningful relationships and connections is a core human need. And as I said in my video before, having a special needs child often compromises our ability to have those needs met. So that doesn't mean that we give up though, right? So I'm going to talk you through a bit about creativity in a minute, but before that, I just want to fill you in that coming up really soon, we're going to have some workshops that are coming, which is not only a great way for you to learn skills around health, right? Because you will have some great activities and special guests and stuff there, but you'll also get to meet other people from Thrive Tribe & Co. and really connect and make some friendships. So you've got people around you who understand you and what you're going through and can offer that support. So this is where I'm talking about creativity, right? So Steph and I totally understand the challenges that us parents face with accessing social situations. We hear you, but it doesn't mean we should give up. So we just need to be more creative. So our social health areas of focus have been designed to actually work in with your limitations and challenges, whilst we're still satisfying that core need for human connection. So look, we're super excited to start working with you guys because this seems to be the part of health that people are having the most problems with, you know, because it's not easy to go out for a coffee and it's not easy to go to a party. You know, those things often don't happen, but how can we still get that communication and get those relationship needs met? So the next area is emotional and mental health. So during this health area of focus, you will go through things like personal development, self-care strategies, meditation techniques. We're going to look at starting some new hobbies. Like, when was the last time you started a new hobby on purpose? You know, what about relaxation strategies and developing resilience? Resilience is the biggest characteristic I think we all need as special needs parents. So resilience is the ability to bounce back, right, after a challenging situation. So, and it's a muscle that we can use and strengthen. So I really, that's actually one of my favorite topics. So today we're going to look at one area, and I'm going to teach you something really simple. So if you are sitting with your legs crossed, or if you're pottering around the kitchen or you're not sitting, please just take a minute to do this because I really want you to feel the effects of it. So before we start, I want to talk to you about the power of your breath. So your breath controls the physiology of your body, okay? So when you get stressed, you'll find you shallow breathe and you breathe more quickly, okay? You know, when you're puffed from running, it's because your body needs more oxygen, right? So it's speeding up, it's trying to breathe deeper. But what we can do is we can actually slow down the responses of our body. So we can, you know, start to ease our heart rate a little bit if it's pumping too high when we're stressed. And I know this might sound funny, but I literally used this breathing technique during birth, and it made my birth experience so much more pleasant. 17 hours with Cooper and I thought I was going to die. 3 hours, 20 minutes with Emmy, and I was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. So please just Trust me, and it's so simple. We're going to do it for a minute now. It's that simple. I can teach you in a minute. So close your eyes wherever you are. If you're sitting, pop your feet flat on the floor. If you're laying, just chillax a little bit. So what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in for a count of 4. So deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You guys keep going while I keep talking about breathing. You can do the counting in your head. All right. So what I love about this technique, it's so simple. It's not complicated. People don't even need to know that you're doing it. I do it in the car when the kids are fighting in the back, or if I'm having a really stressful day. It can be done anywhere, right? And it's so simple. You can even teach the kids to do it. So I've taught my son about this. Sometimes he's like, Mom, I don't want to breathe, but he knows it does make him feel better, after he does it. So it's a really great skill to be able to teach not only yourself, but also the kids when they're having those moments. All right, so let's get on to our second last area, which is financial health. Now, I'm going to call it that often, especially us mamas, put this one in the too hard basket, okay? But financial health is an integral part of your overall health. And I'm really, really passionate about teaching women in particular how to develop more confidence and knowledge around money and income. Look, I'm not saying money does buy happiness. It's true, but it does buy time, and it does buy more freedom, and it does buy more choice in your life. And we can all use more of that, right? So let's go over this Smart Savers checklist, because it can be just as simple as making a few little savings right here and there, and you'll be surprised how much they add up to. So we've created a list of things that people can do. So this one is a fortnightly task, and it's so over the next 14 days, how can you save money in each category or get a better deal? So how can you change a habit and save? Can you stop buying coffee out? I know Amanda started doing that this week. She posted in the page. Can you make a meal plan and grocery list and actually stick to it without chucking that extra thing in the trolley? One big thing that I found, using cash and not your card all the time. And I'm going to talk about Mary Barker in a minute, but Mary Barker is going to be one of our special guests, and she's known as the wealth designer. I think she's our next slide, actually. Here she is. So she's known as the wealth designer, and she came out and helped me organising my finances. And I'm telling you now, it was the best thing I ever had done, because I don't stress now about where the money from bills is going to come from. It's all been put aside already, right? And she said, start taking cash out and using that to pay for things, because when you actually hand cash over, I want to say it's it gives you pain, but it's not. Do you know what I mean? It's not actually physically painful, but it sort of is. Your brain registers it when you're handing over cash. Whereas if you tap your card, it's not actually telling you how much you're spending. It doesn't have the same effect. So I've found I've started saving money by using cash, which was really interesting. But yeah, Mary is going to be one of our special guests. And she is really passionate about helping women take control of their money destiny. And I'm really excited to share her with you guys later this year. So she'll be on our webinars. So each month we're going to have a webinar with a special guest. Mary's one of them, obviously. But there will be 12 different guests throughout the year, maybe even more if we need it. But we're going to bring you experts in each area, so you're getting the best ideas and the best tips that we can possibly give you. And look, with money in particular, knowledge is really power. So it's not something that you want to leave in that too hard basket. And look, you really do have the potential to change the financial blueprint of your family. And we really just want to see you step into that power if that's what you want. All right, let's look at our last one, spiritual health. So When I'm talking about spiritual health, I don't particularly mean religion, and that may be your view of spirituality, which is, of course, great. But what I mean is your connection to your core values, your beliefs, your sense of purpose, and being really aligned with your own path, like what you feel like you're meant to be here for. Look, when you're living your values and beliefs, everyone around you can feel it. But unfortunately, with the busyness of life, often we go a bit off track, right? We get like pulled in different directions, and sometimes that pulls us off course. So what we want to do is we want to pull ourselves back on track, get crystal clear on what those core values and beliefs are, and then allows you to course correct and live more on purpose every single day. And I believe that there's no more valuable lesson that we can teach our kids than living on purpose. So, and it all really starts with you. So we're going to do this task today. And look, I'm going to call it and say that I know some of you might feel a bit uncomfortable doing this, but I challenge you to stick with it, because you might not be used to acknowledging these things about yourself. We're often so hard on ourselves that we forget to give ourselves a pat on the back at the end of the day when we've done something good, right? And we need to be doing more of that. I really feel like as a society, we've really gone completely the other way and forgotten to acknowledge when we have done something well. And I think that needs to change as well, because when you love you first, you have more capacity to love everyone that's around you. And, you know, often I'll get to the end of the day and I'll be kicking myself about all the things I didn't do. Does anyone feel like that? But then I write a list of all the things that I did do. I'm like, man, I got through so much stuff today. So when I'm feeling like that, that's actually my go-to, to write down all the things that I achieved in that day. So I'd actually love for you to do this with me right now. So grab a pen, grab a bit of paper, and we're just going to put one thing, okay, next to each one of these sentence starters. So the first one is, one physical feature I love about myself is. So it might be, might be your eyes. It might be your hair. It might be your butt. I don't know, whatever it is that you really love about you. Today, mine isn't my hair because it's in a ridiculous mum bun because we've been swimming and it's been 100 degrees here. But, I really do like my hair when I've done it well. And it's okay to see that, right? It's all right to love something about you. So number 2, I'd love to actually hear some of these as I'm talking. So if you want to pop them in the chat bar, please do. A personality trait I love about myself is, so hair, Tanya, awesome. I'm going to go and check out your profile when we get off so I can see your beautiful hair. A personality trait I love about myself is, so I do love my resilience. That's something that I do bounce back, and that's something that I've learned. I also love that I can be really positive and solutions focused. So, when things aren't going well, I don't just sit there with it. I'm like, well, how can I make this better? So Tanya loves to help people. Oh, she manages a community house. Marie, I love my eyes. I love my honest personality. Oh, beautiful. All right, what's something you're proud of yourself for? So I'm proud of myself for not losing my bananas today when my daughter was throwing something at the ceiling because she wanted to go to 7-Eleven and buy lollies. That could have ended very differently. I'm proud of myself, for holding it together. Oh, congratulations, Tanya, losing 8 kilos since the 1st of Jan. Well done. All right, so I feel happy when. So when do you truly feel happy? Oh, I'm proud of actually doing this webinar. It was a big step. I'm proud of you too. I'm not sure if you see in the beginning, but I did actually congratulate everybody for taking this time out, because I know it's not easy, and it's so important for you guys to jump on and just invest that time with you, in you. So I know there's kids and everything running around. I think Emmy's finally gone to sleep, which is awesome. But all right, so I feel happy when. When do you feel happiest? Like, what makes you happy? And sometimes we forget to actually acknowledge those things. Oh, when I see my daughter smile, that's beautiful. I feel happy when, I'm hanging out with my friends, and I love to swim. I love to be with my feet in the grass. That's something that I really love. Like if I'm feeling a bit disconnected, it makes me immediately come back and feel really, really positive and happy. Something I'm really good at is, so what's something you are really good at? Writing grant applications. Oh, Tanya, we'll have to talk. That's awesome. And I'm so inspired by someone so I'm actually so inspired by my friend Amanda, who had a really awful morning with her son this morning. And she's still come here tonight to help me out with Emmy so I could talk to all you amazing ladies on this webinar. So she's a very positive and solutions-based person too. Oh, Tanya, Sandy and Steph, thank you, beautiful. Awesome. All right, so let's move forward. Yes, Amanda is the best. She's sitting in the other room, I think, listening, so that's good. she's giggling. She says she hears me. All right, so we've been through the education for today, but how do you turn today's information into a lasting transformation, right? So look, I told you I promised you I'd show you how you could take this further, right? So now's the time that you can really look at that. So and what we know is that developing healthy habits is not a quick fix, right? It's about consistent daily action. And we want you to be the healthiest and happiest you, not only for a little while, this is the thing, but we want it permanently. So I'm going to share with you now how you can do that by just giving you an insight into what our Thrive Tribe & Co program, Time to Thrive, is all about. Okay, so here's everything. Now, you guys and the people from Wednesday are the only people who have seen, from Tuesday, the only people who have seen the whole thing. Okay, so this is our full, what do I call it? Like health wheel. Okay, so we've got all the topics from physical, social, mental, spiritual, and financial. Remember, there's 27 topics in our Time to Thrive program. So what you get as part of our Thrive Tribe program is a 12-month Thrive guide, which we've called Time to Thrive. I'm going to have to update our slide, which has fortnightly wellness in focus areas, okay, which we've just given you some examples tonight. But there's 27 of them. You get a welcome gift sent to your door, and I have literally spent the day driving around picking up all the bits and pieces, and I'm so freaking excited to get these out to people. They look beautiful. You get an exercise challenge ebook. You get exclusive access to the Thrive Tribe Inner Circle coaching group on Facebook. So that is separate to Thrive Tribe & Co Connect. So Thrive Tribe & Co Connect will always be there. It's our community page. Everyone's welcome. And then our Inner Circle group is only for members, okay? So it's more targeted coaching. You get monthly expert guest webinars. You get weekly Ask Me Anything Q&A sessions. So we'll be doing Facebook Lives and, Ask Me Anything question and answer times on the page. There is a private members website portal with downloadable templates and webinar recordings for easy playback. Now, we know that it's not always easy to get on one of these webinars, right? And we want to make it as simple as possible for you to get this information. So they will all be available via recording through that members portal. Now, our website should be ready at the end of this week, and we're really excited about that. It's like all the ducks are in a row. It's coming. You will get discounted tickets to our live workshops and special pricing for our upcoming 30-day health challenges, which include a special food guide, and a personal trainer has written us an incredible workout program, which is awesome. And remember, stay tuned because we've got that bonus offer for our first 50 members. So you want to stick around to hear that. So I want to give you a quote that I really love, and it's "Old ways don't open new doors." So if you're on this call, I'm pretty sure you're looking for something. So maybe you're looking for a way to feel happier and healthier, a way to feel better and more in control of your body or your emotions or your life as a whole. But the reality is, old ways won't open new doors. So if you keep doing what you're doing now, you're going to continue to get the results that you're getting right now. Okay? That's just the way that it is. And I know Einstein said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So look, this is where you need to think about, do things need to change for me? So I want you to also have a think about, what's this way of life at the moment costing you now? Okay, and it might be different. It's going to be different for everyone. But, is it costing you financially? Because it probably is. Like, are you spending money on medications? Are you self-medicating? I have a wine subscription, but it's all in balance. But is it costing you financially? Is it costing you your health and vitality? Is it costing you the quality of your relationships with your family and friends? Is it affecting like your self-worth and self-belief? And is it really affecting your ability to feel true joy and happiness? Remember, it's not meant to be like that. And we know those feelings because that was us, like seriously. And we want to show you how to break through that. It's really time to start making your own health, wellness, and happiness a priority, because that's going to enhance not only your life, but everyone around you. So I'm about to walk you through the steps that you can take if you want to continue this journey further and really take your health and happiness to a new level. So in a moment, I'm going to cover that special offer. So I'll just go through the different membership options first, and then we will go through that special offer for you guys. So there are two options for membership for Thrive Tribe & Co. and to get access to our Time to Thrive program. So one, we've got the Ultimate Thrive membership, which is a 12-month program. Okay, so for this, it's $49.95 startup and $19.95 per month for 12 months. Now, this equates to only 66 cents a day or $4.99 a week, which is the price of a cup of coffee. So, all right, let me put it this way. If you cut out one cup of coffee, I'm not even telling you to cut all of them, just one good cup of coffee. If you cut it out, and we'll show you how to have more energy so you don't need it, you would be able to have that Ultimate Thrive membership. Now, Ultimate Thrive membership is for you if you're thinking something like, I want the most cost-effective or cheapest access to the Thrive Tribe & Co. Time to Thrive program, and I want the best results. Okay, and I know that making this a long-term plan will give me a permanent transformation. This is my time to shine, and I'm all in. Okay, so what you're going to get with this, it's a 12-month wellness program. And remember, this is going to get you the best results because it's daily consistent action. So we're going to give you all the support, guidance, resources, and tools that are required to affect that long-term change over this 12-month period. Now, I know that investing money in you and spending money on you may not have been a priority for you in the past. And we want to help as many special needs mamas and parents with improving their health as we can. So that's why this Ultimate membership is as cheap as we can possibly make it. We really want to reward those members who are committing to making themselves a priority for 12 months. So as I said, it's only $19.95 a month with a one-time startup of $49.95. Okay, so remember, it's less than a good cup of coffee a week and or 66 cents a day. So the second option, okay, option 2 is our Thrive Flexi membership. And this is for you if you're saying to yourself, look, I'm willing to invest a bit more to give me the flexibility to come and go at any time. So I don't like to be tied down. I'm looking to try a program in the short term that will get me real results and have that flexibility to continue until further notice. So we wanted to provide an option for our members that gives flexibility if it's required. And that's where the Flexi membership was really born. So this membership option can be cancelled at any time with 2 weeks notice for us, so we can make sure we do all the stuff on the back end, and gives you the same inclusions as our Ultimate Thrive membership. However, you're not committing to a full 12 months, okay? So the Thrive Flexi membership's only $29.95 a month with $49.95 startup. So that equates to about 99 cents a day or $7.48 a week. So you've got those two options. So now, I did promise you guys a special offer, so here it is. Ready? Okay, so this is only available to our first 50 members, okay? So it's really limited, but we wanted to do something special for you. Firstly, for investing your time to join us tonight and check out the webinar. And secondly, to really celebrate our first 50 members because we're really excited about it. So our first 50 members will receive 3 bonuses. Okay, so the first one, and I listened to it the other day, it's beautiful, is a Thrive Tribe & Co. guided meditation by intuitive consultant Barbara Callan. So Barbara is a beautiful friend of mine and her meditations are the bomb. She is just amazing. She's like a meditation guru. And when I reached out to her, she said she would create one specially for us. So that has been created especially for our Thrive Tribe & Co. members. Number 2 is our downloadable nutrition tracker. And it's like a template that you can pop up on your fridge to make sure you're getting in enough veggies, you're getting in enough protein. It's going to keep you on track and make sure that your body is feeling really nourished. And finally, you're going to get $20 off the startup. So if you're looking at the Ultimate membership, that means your first month of membership is actually free. So like, it's a really great discount. And that's, as you know, we really wanted to celebrate you and reward those first 50 members for joining the tribe. So let's look at exactly how you go about doing this, because I don't want anyone to get confused when they get on there. So when you get to it, you're going to see a page like this, okay? And you're going to click on Join Our Tribe today. Now, I'm pretty sure we've changed some of these slides around. So the next thing that you're actually going to see is the 2 options here. So what you need to do is you just need to decide, you know, whether the Ultimate Thrive is right for you or whether the Thrive Flexi membership is going to be right for you. Totally up to you. So as you can see, our first month for Ultimate Thrive membership would usually be $69.90, and with your discount it would be $49.90. Okay, and then with your Flexi membership, it would usually be $79.90. Discounted, it's $59.90. So this is through a link that Steph is actually going to pop up right now. Actually, I forgot to mention that. Steph, can you pop that into the chat bar for us? Beautiful. Steph is logged in as me. It's like 2 Sandy Golders on tonight. So we will send it after in a email as well, but I would encourage you to jump on there now. Just click the link through the chat bar and you'll be able to check that out. So remember, what this is going to give you is that 12-month program. It's going to give you the guide, the welcome gift, the exercise ebook, access to our coaching Facebook group, the monthly webinars. You're getting weekly Ask Me Anything Q&A sessions, private members portal in our website, discounted tickets to our workshops, special pricing for our challenges. We're trying to jam pack this with value for you guys. So all of these tools as well are really designed to make getting healthy simple. Okay, so we know how challenging it can be to find the time, to find the money, and find the energy for you, and because we've been there. And we've made this program so simple. We've taken all the guesswork out of it and we've designed it especially for you. So designed by special needs parents for special needs parents. So remember how we discussed what your current lifestyle is costing you, okay? Is it costing you time? Is it costing you money? Is it affecting those quality of your relationships, that self-belief, self-worth? Okay, is it affecting your joy and happiness? It's time to not have those problems anymore. So let's be super clear again. We can't take away your challenges. We will still experience daily struggles. We always will. But we can teach you how to handle these obstacles and challenges with grace, with resilience, and with determination. Okay, so remember, it's not just surviving every day, but truly, truly thriving. So before we go any further, let me cover a few frequently asked questions, because you know these come up all the time, and I really want to make sure you're feeling really clear. Okay, I like to be really open and transparent so you can make an informed decision, and we're going to cover the 3 main concerns. Okay, so number 1, Sandy, I'm not sure if I can afford it. I feel like if I'm spending that money, it should be on the kids. Okay, I totally get it. I really do, and I know how you feel because I felt exactly the same way. However, what I've found is that by investing in me and making me a priority, I'm giving my kids and everyone around me way more value. I am the healthiest, happiest, and most energetic version of me that I can be. I'm not that cranky, exhausted, and snappy mum. And I'm not the mum who has no time or energy to play. And I can be the mum that I always wanted to be. And I can feel nourished and I can feel rested and supported. And there's really no bigger gift that you can give your kids, truly. Okay. Now, on a more monetary level, if you're that person that wants to talk about the money, let's look at the investment. Okay. So $19.95 a month equates to $4.98 a week, or just 66 cents a day, which is, as I said, equivalent to a good cup of coffee. Okay. Here's the thing. That $4.98 is going to give you so much more value than that cup of coffee. It's going to give you a community. It's going to get you back in touch with who you really are. It's going to enhance your relationships and make you feel more supported. It's going to give you real energy rather than propping yourself up with that coffee, right? And it's going to give you your personal power back. So I would say that's insane value for $4.98 a week, wouldn't you? Awesome, Tanya. Welcome to the tribe. So frequently asked question number 2. Let me just have a quick drink. Hold on. All right. Sandy, I don't have any time. What if I don't have the time to get the most out of this? What if I can't participate in the tasks? All right. So one thing all of us mamas have in common is so much to do and so little time. And that's why our health is always put on the back burner and last. So our Time to Thrive program was designed by special needs mamas for special needs mamas. So the activities we include, you're probably already doing in some way, but we're going to teach you how to do it in a more effective way. And you might even find that you save time and money, okay? So our Time to Thrive journal outlines the resources and tasks in a simple and really beautiful way. I really can't wait for you guys to see it. All our webinars and video recordings are available through our members website portal. So if you can't watch it live, it's all good. Okay, they're there for playback anytime that you want to watch them. Okay, so when the kids are in bed or they're at school or you're on the train or whatever, you'll be able to play them back. And our exercise and upcoming health challenges are designed to be done from home in very short periods of time, because we know how challenging it can be to access traditional health clubs. It's near impossible sometimes. So we've literally designed our whole Thrive Tribe & Co philosophy around everything being accessible and achievable for special needs parents, okay? Frequently asked question number 3. Sandy, I don't really know if I want to commit to 12 months and be locked in. What if I can't stick to it? Where are the people who are afraid of commitment? Are they out there? Okay, so we have designed 2 different membership options because we know that some people might not like the idea of a 12-month program. Okay, so if this is you, the Thrive Flexi membership is for you. We specifically created it for people who don't want to commit. So it gives you the ability to opt out at any time with 2 weeks notice. Okay, it also gives you the same inclusions as our Ultimate Thrive membership. The Ultimate Thrive membership, though, is our flagship program. It will give you the best results and is the most cost-effective option. However, we realise that a 12-month commitment may be too much for some people, and we've provided a second option to give you guys that flexibility. All right, so this is exactly what you need to do if you're ready to make your health and wellness a priority and you're ready to start thriving. So you're going to click that URL link in the chat bar, fill in your name and email and your details, and we are going to get your welcome gift into the post for you, okay? So remember that bonus offer is for our first 50 foundation members only. So you'll be receiving a $20 discount on startup, that awesome guided meditation from the beautiful Barbara Callan, a downloadable nutrition tracker to make sure you're well nourished and staying on track, okay? So all you need to do is just click that link and we can get you straight into our Thrive Tribe & Co Inner Circle page, which we've just opened, and give you exclusive access to our members portal as soon as it's ready to go. Okay, remember those tools are designed to make this so super simple and effective in taking that daily consistent action towards a healthier and happier you. Okay, so all you need to do is click that link, and if you can't click it right now, maybe copy and paste it so you've got it. We will send it in an email as well. So you click the link in the chat bar, it'll take you straight to that registration page. You choose the option that's right for you, pop in your details, and you can start your Thrive Tribe & Co Time to Thrive journey. And we are so excited to work with all you incredible mamas. I know there's a couple of you that have already just hit the join me up button, which is so awesome. We're so excited. And we really just want to teach so many women to thrive, because that's how it's meant to be. No more just surviving every day. No more Groundhog Day, right? It's time to feel empowered and take control of the path that your life is taking. So Steph and I would just love to thank you so much for investing this time in yourself today. I know it's not easy. We know how precious your time is, and we feel really blessed that you spent some of that with us today. And we hope that you can implement some of the tips that we talked about today straight away. And we're really looking forward to working with you more closely on learning how to thrive and not just survive. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us tonight. Have a great night.